So this is what the U part looks like. I haven't styled it. I haven't really done too much to it. Right now it look like Bozo the Clown to me. But as you can see, I sewed all the way up to there. So I'm gonna kind of let you see. Even with doing that, you can kind of see some tracks, but not too many. But you know, the wind really got to be blowing. So that's what it's looking like so far. I did this coming forward so it can give that illusion of coming forward. But what I think I will do is go through and kind of maybe cover some of these tracks up with ventilating it. That's one way you can do it if you know how to ventilate. To me, it makes it easier for you to cover the tracks, cover your hair with the tracks. So I think somebody that maybe had like that brown color hair, the 2 or 4 color, could probably get away with just covering it up, or maybe even black. It just depends on the person. And then I'm gonna go back through and kind of show you the edges. I haven't done them yet, and show you how I'm gonna kind of adjust them some, so when you wear them, it won't look like all gappy and stuff in the wind, and you won't see all the hair and stuff up there. So what I'm doing is about to see, can I ventilate the hair to kind of cover up some of the tracks. You don't always have to do that when you're making the U part, but to me personally, it just looks better. So what I'm going to do is just take what's left. I don't even know if this is going to be enough hair. So taking it, cutting the top part of the weft off. Getting these little hairs out. And don't have my hackles, so I'm gonna just take a little bit of the hair at a time and see what happens. If it don't look right, I won't do it. Just like I said, it's just for display anyway. But just trying to give you guys, show you guys there's different options when you're doing like a U part. So let's see. I can. Oh yeah, I can. So I'm going to just continue to do this until I get a good coverage. Well, see, can I get a good coverage of the wefts of the hair. And usually, if I was making this for somebody else, I would not use the black thread, but I did that so you guys could really see when I was making it. I basically would probably do clear, so nobody really couldn't see it. So I'm doing like one little section just to really see if I'm gonna like the way it looks. Another thing I could probably do is like dye the roots dark brown of this hair. This hair is I think it's a human hair blend, so I'll just be depositing color on them. It's not like I'm trying to lift it or anything. So I hope you guys can kind of see with the camera how even with me just doing that little bit of ventilation, how it's covering the wefts. See how I say it makes it look more natural looking, even though you're going to have hair covering it, but it's not as hard to cover something like that. So I hope you guys can see that just by that little spot of ventilating, how just that little bit is starting to cover that weft. So I'm going to do a little more and let you guys see. One thing I can say I do like about this is the holes are not as small as if I was using the Swiss lace, so I can really see it. And I only just have my lights on. I don't even have my lamp on that I usually have when I'm doing this, but it is not hard at all to ventilate through this lace. And I don't even know what kind of lace this is they made it out of, but I like it. So I'm not getting every hole. I'm skipping holes because I want to be able to have this hair go all the way probably to right here, to from here to here, because some of it is gonna be sewn anyway. But I really wanted you guys to see how different things you can do when you're making wigs. So we got, you know, two techniques. You got me sewing the wefts, and then you have me ventilating. So if I wanted to make this into a lace front wig, I would bring it out more and go to the sides with the ventilating. But since we're just doing just a simple U part, we just gonna do it that way. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comment box. Email me at getdolledup@comalicia.com your questions. And thank you for watching. Okay, so right here is where I kind of ventilated it, right there. So I'm gonna bring it up closer. So if you could really see it now where it's covering up. So this is the parts I ventilated. I don't know how much further I'm gonna go, but that's what I did. Now I'm gonna show you guys what to do with the corners that I left with the little flaps. So now I'm just going back, and I'm basically gonna have to take all these pins out that I put in to get the wig off. And sometimes they're kind of hard to see because you got all this hair, but that's what I'm doing now. It doesn't matter where you start taking the pins out at, because guess what? When you try to pull it off, you'll know where one is still at because it won't come off. So that's what I'm doing right now. You see me doing, I'm taking all these pins off. I took a lot of them off up in here. So what I'm doing now is just cutting the lace off. If I was had this on a client, I would put it on the client head and cut it off. But I'm just going through, getting all the excess lace off. Remember, I'm not doing combs in it because it's for my this is just gonna be displayed, because I'm just trying out this cap to see if I really like this cap or not. So when you cutting lace, and be careful you don't cut yourself. Or now I'm gonna leave a little lace out here because I want to go back in and ventilate a little bit. And you see how that lace is kind of razzling up a little bit. I'll probably go back in and just cut all that off and won't even try to ventilate that no more, because the way I didn't like the way it looked right there when I cut it. So, and these are not the sharpest shears either. So I'm going to go back around and cut the lace some more. But right now, kind of crunch for time. So this is what the inside looks like after I finish sewing it on. Kind of puts me in mind of a dome cap a little bit. But that's what it looks like. So these are the little pieces that I left when I was first started, that I said I was going to show you what I'm going to do. So what I'm doing is I'm just folding it over. I could have also probably lifted it up and then folded it over then, but it's so much easier for me to go back to it and do it at the end than it is for me to do it that way. So I don't know if it's going to hold or not, but let me show you. So it's turned upside down, and basically I'm just taking the ends and folding it over. And you can start from the top where you started folding, or you can start from the bottom. It's up to you. And I'm going through, taking the needle through it, and basically just tacking it down. If you have a store-bought, or at the beauty supply store that you brought, look at the wig, look at the inside. It's the same thing. It's just they might have little smaller wefts that they did theirs on, or they might glued it down, but it's still a little, as I say, fold at the ends of it where your edges are. Most of them are like that. But that's all you see me doing. And I will do this on both sides. So remember, the more you practice at this, the better you'll get at it. It takes a little while at first to get used to doing it. So you just go around and doing it. And I started from the bottom, and see how I started from the bottom, and all of them are folded over. And I'll just attaching the string as I go. I'm just keep attaching the string. That way I'm not cutting no excess string or nothing like that. But I'm going to do this on both sides. And once I do that, I'm going to shape it and let you guys see the finished product. Okay, so this is the finished product. I know she looked a little weird because she ain't got no hair right there. But this is the spot where you would take and put your hair there. So basically, I call a Upart wig like an updated weave to me. So we got the curls going on. She got the ombre look going on in the back and stuff. But I don't know about this cap. I'm going to have to make me one and let you guys know how I like the cap or not. But I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. I was trying to find what kind of hair it is, but I really don't know. So here's it go. To the beginning to the end.